Hi everyone. This is Ms. Melody 1970. So I just wanted to pop in and say hello and how are you guys enjoying the fall weather and the change of climate, especially here in Florida. I can actually go outside now and not just like die from the heat. So I'm pretty happy about that. Fall is probably my favorite season of all. So I made a few ATCs. I joined a kind of crafty group over on Facebook, and each month they host a ATC swap, and you only have to make one, so that cuts down on the pressure a lot, especially if you are pressed for time or it's just a little easier sometimes depending on what's going on in your life. So, this is the card that I made for my partner. And what I did was I used a cereal box and used my Sizzix ATC card die to cut it out. It's backed by K and Company paper. Hopefully you can see that pretty blue rose paper in the background. Kind of reminds you of wallpaper. The image is a vintage lady I found on the internet. There's a tattered angel's frame that I have painted blue, edged with distress inks, and then I went over it with the Tim Holtz Rock Candy Crackle Medium to give it that crackly effect, make it look old. The butterfly actually is off of a Dollar Tree gift bag, and it was one of those gift bags with like a little 3D tag on it, and I popped the tag off and pop dotted it on here, and then I went over it with rock candy, what do you call it? Crackle medium, and stickles down the middle to give it some emphasis. And then I edged everything with more distress inks. So this is the one I'm actually going to give to my partner. And what I did is I wanted it to be kind of special. She said that she had not been doing many swaps, and our ATC swap is one of the first things that she had tried. So I wanted to kind of welcome her to the idea of swapping and the crafty community. So I made a paper bag card, my first one. Yay for me. What I used were these treat bags I found at Target the other day, and I think they were like 70 or 90% off because they were originally $2.99, and I bought them for the fall colors just to, put things in. But then I decided to try and make a paper bag card. I've seen so many people make them. Anyway, these rang up only 29 cents, so that was a really good deal. I got 2 bags. Wish I had gotten more now, seeing the quality of them once I actually took them out of the cellophane, but oh well. But they are a very good quality if you happen to go by Target today. You can hear that. It's not flimsy at all. So I used K and Company paper. This is also an ATC I made a long time ago with a napkin image that I decoupaged onto watercolor paper and cut it out in the shape of an ATC card. So she's kind of getting a little bonus there. And then I backed it with torn K and Company paper. I think this is from the Tim Coffee Cottonwood or something like that line. I love to tear paper, and I love distress ink, so that's what's happening here. These are Prima flowers as well as little Prima blings that I have glued. Got some old vintage type binding lace that I bought from a lady off of eBay a long time ago. Here's the inside. I'm going to write my little message here, so I didn't do anything over here except distress ink it. And then I put some backing using more K and Company paper. And I left this little flap open because I'm going to probably stick like some paper cuts in here that she can use on further ATCs for further swaps. And more of the little bling. I used 2 of those punches that we were all getting earlier this year and last year from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So I have two different ones. There's one that's kind of like a doily and one that kind of looks maybe like a seashell or something. More distress ink. And that's it. So I'll slide my ATC in there, maybe in the pocket part here, and that'll be her little gift. And while I was making ATCs, I made a few for myself. This one, the napkin background is napkin, decoupaged onto just cut out cereal box for something heavy and sturdy. Another image of a beautiful lady I found on the internet. I cut another one of the butterflies from the same napkin, as well as the flower here, and decoupaged those on top of the napkin. And I think I have some book paper on here too. Yeah, there's some book paper. And then I went over everything with rock candy, crackle medium by Tim Holtz, and it kind of made things pop up a little bit and curl, but it gives it a lot of texture if you were to feel it. And it turned out pretty cool. I also did some stamping here along the edges before I did the rock candy, so you can kind of see that. So what I was going for was like a collage kind of 3D effect, and I think I achieved it because there's a lot of things happening there. And then I wanted to try a shabby chic style, so I did a little bit of shabby and vintage and a little of my mixed media, because that's how I am. So again, this is actually the backing from a greeting card, and I just like the weight of it, so I used it. There's wrapping paper in the back. There's some cheesecloth that I've shredded. There's some of that, I don't know what that ribbon's called. I call it fun ribbon or whatever, but it's it's that kind of super thready, shabby, stressed out ribbon that they use for scarves or yarn or whatever. Another old image I found from the internet, and it was quite faded or whatever, so I did the best I could with my photo editing software and edited a little bit, and then I printed it out and then edged it with distress ink, and I attached that to more torn paper that I love, which is this paper here, the music note paper. This is stamping on tissue paper, and then I decoupage that over the image. Got some different little ribbons going on here, and a pretty flower I found in a dollar bin at Joann's, some sheer ribbon here, and a little bit of curly crinkly seam binding. So that one is going to be for me because I really like it, so I'm keeping it. And I went back to Tuesday morning a couple of weeks ago, and I was lucky enough to find it because I had been passing it up. The pumpkin die by Tim Holtz for $8.99. So here's my pumpkin that I made just to show you. And as you can see, I just used some more recycled boxing from food packaging. And to get those streaks in there, I just took Elmer's glue and I made the lines how I thought they would kind of look on a pumpkin, let them dry. Then I went over it with orange craft paint. And then I put some rock candy stickles all over it. And then I went over that with distress ink in vintage photo. And that's where you see the kind of brown aged look. And so this is going to probably somehow get incorporated and become a fall tag with the pumpkin as the actual tag shape. So that's my share for this week. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for the new subscribers. I will tell you, I don't understand at all what YouTube and Google Plus are doing. So I too am having the problems trying to comment or even watch videos. So just to let you guys know, we're all in the trenches together with this new transformation, and maybe, just maybe, we'll figure it out. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend and enjoy that beautiful fall weather. Thanks for watching. Comment and let me know what you think. Have a great day. Bye-bye.